Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Today, as we get ready for text time, everybody asks, what can I deduct? I know I'm missing deductions. I don't think my last accountant told me everything I could deduct. Help me save money. I heard this for 25 years. So today, we're going to play a game. We're going to ask 10 questions, and I have some volunteers to play this game with me. Bienville Bites. Hey, I'm Karen. I'm a former CPA, entrepreneur, business consultant with big ideas, and I'm the mom.
I'm Katie. I'm a payroll specialist, business owner, and detail-oriented person that makes things happen, and I'm the daughter. Welcome to Cheers to Business.
Welcome, Chris Andrews and Laney Andrews.
Hey.
Hello.
Tell us who you are.
So, Bienville Bites Food Tour. We are a walking food tour through downtown Mobile. We really love to give our guests experiences through Mobile's best food. So we take people to really good restaurants. Along the way, we also talk about the history of Mobile.
Yeah, we definitely feel very passionate about just being the voice of Mobile to the people about food and drink. That's something we really feel passionate about. And just what's going on in Mobile. We like to tell people, how they can connect outside of a tour.
You get to eat, drink, walk it off, and learn.
That's it.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready, let's do it.
Okay, so this is going to be one of our shorter shows, but it's just to give people an idea of what they can deduct on their taxes. I think the biggest thing in deducting is being reasonable. So there's little nits and crannies that we can, discover, but today I'm going to play a game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you 10 different things, and if you think they're deductible. Now, the reason I'm not setting you up, I promise, but I think you are a perfect representation of people that are starting to have this business and it's successful and it's growing, but what can you do? So the purpose of this is learning. All right, home office, is it deductible?
Yes.
All right, that is correct. Generally, expenses associated with the home office can be deducted for your taxes, but make sure you have the right system in place. You have to have a room, according to the code, that's exclusively used for your business. And what you do is you take the square footage of your room versus the square footage of your entire house. And that percentage is applied to your utilities, garbage, whatever you normally have. All right, you got that one correct. All right, number 2. Is dry cleaning of everyday wear and clothes deductible?
No.
That is correct. There was actually a court case where a court reporter went on and she challenged it. Do you know it was denied in tax court because her hair, makeup, nails, dry cleaning, it is not deductible because you choose to look that good. Dry cleaning expenses are only deductible when you incur them to maintain like special uniforms or other work-only items or if you're traveling. So that was good. All right, next. Number 3, are your income tax payments deductible?
Yes.
No. Alabama takes the federal liability, but no, state taxes. They put a limit on it for people who pay a lot in state taxes on your federal return, but they're not deductible in your business. Okay, next. Lunch with clients to discuss business.
Oh, yes. I love a lunch date.
That is. That's right. As long as you discuss business during the meal, this expense is deductible. However, note that the IRS only lets you deduct 50% of it. And keep it reasonable. $600 meal for 2 people, you probably got some heavy liquor going on. Next, lunch date with yourself on a work day when you're working on business.
No.
That's right. Yeah, lunch by yourself is not deductible, even if you had to work during your lunch break.
What about coffee?
Are you having coffee with me and we're discussing business?
I'm just, by myself.
Okay. I wish to. All right. Roll Tide. Tickets to a football game for you and your VIP client.
Absolutely.
No. Used to be. Now, any payment to a collegiate is no longer deductible as of January 1, 2018. So, yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. That's
Roll Tide anyway.
Yeah, Roll Tide anyway. And if Auburn makes it to the Final Four.
Roll Tide still.
It'll become tax deductible at that point because
No.
they're Auburn.
No.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. That the cost of toilet paper if you can find any. All right. Auto expenses, your business-related portion.
Yes.
All right. There are a couple of different ways of deducting these expenses. You can either do mileage or you can do the actual expenses. You can't do both. So pick one. Depending on your industry, then, one may be better than the other. All right, and that's for work part. I actually heard about an IRS case one time where the guy said, my truck's 100% business. He said, oh, yeah? You go to the grocery store? No. My wife goes to the grocery store. They said, oh, yeah, I notice you only have, one driveway. Do you ever have to back your car up to let your wife out? Well, yeah, that's personal. So, yeah, make sure it's business. And there's some really cool apps out there now to keep your mileage. I always preferred Actual because it was easier on me. Is it deductible commuting back and forth to work in your home?
No.
That is correct. That is ding, 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 ding. I had some fancy music, but Johnny won't let me play it. Commuting is not deductible at all. Now, there are people that get paid in 1099. That's a different form of mileage, different conversation. But for the normal, everyday person on a W-2, commuting is not deductible. All right, payments on your business loan. Can you deduct those?
Yes.
The answer is no. And I'm really glad you answered like that, because I can't tell you how many people think that, and I can't tell you how many times I've had this discussion. And that's one reason I started teaching people how to be in business, is because these things, they don't know what they don't know. All right, if you think about it, if I loan you $10,000 right now for your business, and you go buy stuff, you invest in your company, you're going to deduct what you bought. If you deduct again when you pay me back, you've double dipped, okay? So business loans are not deductible. All right, now the interest is, because I'm going to charge you interest if I loan you money. All right, here's the next question. Are gifts to your customers deductible?
I don't know, but I need to know the answer to this.
They are, but only up to $25. You can
I need
deduct
to
those.
know this.
Right. So, I tell you who else needs to know is real estate agents and other people like that, especially at Christmas time. Here's what people don't know, and I get the max dollar amount. You can do anything you want until you get caught, but the code is max $25 per customer. All right, so I'm going to say yes, and that is correct. All right, commuting cost. Driving from your home to your office.
No.
That is correct. In general, you're not able to deduct auto expenses that are associated with your daily commute. Now, if you get paid $10.99, that's a different conversation. So here's your opportunity to ask me, a 25-year veteran, but I'm no longer a CPA, just that's my disclaimer. What questions do you have about deducting?
This is free advising.
That's what the podcast is. Listen to Cheers to Business.
So, Karen, I have a question for you. This past Mardi Gras season, and on our tour, we gave out branded bags with moon pies and cups and just little trinkets to just show our guests a thank you for coming and just a Mardi Gras experience. So, is that marketing or tour cost, or would that be considered a gift?
Well, it kind of becomes tomato. One, because that it's kind of a cost of good because you want to enhance their experience. The logo's your marketing, but it's also a gift they get to take home. But I would lead for the reasonableness of presentation. I would go towards marketing, promoting, or even, tour supplies, because you want people to walk away with something. But this goes back to one of my very first points. Would you have spent $1 on that stuff if it had not been for your business? Deduct it. Rule of thumb.
No, because we do not give that to a normal tour guest. It was only because it was the Mardi Gras tour. We gave them a bag to catch throws in. So I'm going with a gift.
It was just brilliant. But again, what label you put on it doesn't really matter to your bottom line. Your bottom line is not going to change whether you call it one left hand or right hand. Your bottom line, you still spent that money. You still get to deduct it, so you're good. So definitely write all that down.
Okay, so I have another question.
Okay.
I'm terrible at keeping receipts. So in the day of technology and all of the things being digital, what do I have to pull out my manila file folder with a stack full of receipts for?
Well, what I found towards the end of my practice was that the agencies have not caught up with technology. They want you to have a piece of paper. I don't have paper. I don't have anything paper. Nobody has paper. Now, one good thing is what I'm doing is I put everything on one of my credit cards, one so I can fly when I need to, or use it for rewards for whatever reason, and then it syncs with my accounting software. You can get QuickBooks Online, get Xero really cheap, and all of that syncs. Plus, it's either going through your credit card or it's going through your bank account.
So a bank statement is sufficient with highlighted expenses?
Well, right now, everything you're doing online, you can go back and print summaries. You can print reports. You've got proof that you did it. The old school agencies still want that piece of paper, but there's nothing you can touch anymore. And so it's changing. They just haven't caught up. Just my opinion, disclaimer. But the thing is having everything ready at the time to just say, here, invite your CPA into your online QuickBooks. They get everything they need. You haven't had to do anything, right? Now, here's another trick. Make sure you sync your credit card company with your online QuickBooks, and I highly do it because you guys could get QuickBooks Plus and do a profit and loss per tour. So you could see which one, so you know which ones to put the money in. Okay, only Plus can you do by classes, which are like departments, locations, or different tours. So you could take that, sync your stuff, code it, right then while it's on your memory because you're not going to remember later. And another thing to remember too is that credit cards are deductible when you purchase it, when you swipe it, not when you pay for it. So if you have all the stuff at the end of the year, you got a big profit and you don't have the cash, because you took it home, you did whatever, you ate, then you can use your credit card as long as you don't count it in your system when you write the check, but count the charges. That's another benefit of syncing your credit card with your online accounting. It's very reasonable. Have an online accounting, sync your bank account, and you just go down and say what it was a couple minutes a night.
Okay, so back to the receipt. How important is it to document what that receipt was for? Like, how important is that I document what it was for?
If you get audited, it's very important. And so what you can do, they've got apps. I've heard of a Genius app that people really like. There's different things. Take a picture, put it in Dropbox. A good friend told me. And so you have all these things, but the magic of it is that you can type on your pictures now. So if you take a picture of a lunch receipt, put who you had lunch with, or, make a note of what you discussed. You've got everything in your hand. I've got mine in my hand right now. Well, guys, thank you for coming back on the show and playing this game with me.
It was fun.
You're welcome.
Good. I think people will really identify because you're just like everybody that doesn't do this for a living every day. I can't do what you do. I can't give the tours. I can't, what you guys are doing are amazing on Bienville Bites, and please look them up at bienvillebitesfoodtour.com, right? All right, go look them up. Go to TripAdvisor. And also, if you'd like to learn more information like this, don't forget, I've got 24 courses of the Mastery Network. This is Course 6. This is just one portion of 3 parts in Course 6. So if you want to learn more, check that out. Thanks for listening. Go subscribe. Share with your friend. Rate and review us. Cheers to learning and getting your taxes right and paying the least amount of tax possible.
Cheers to having a great CPA to handle it for us.
Cheers to not having to keep all of my damn receipts.
Please be sure to subscribe to Cheers to Business podcast on iTunes or anywhere else that you get your podcast. Visit our Facebook and be sure to give us a like. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to discuss, shoot us an email from the website cheerstobusiness.com.